I come bearing gifts. As you have noticed, I've been in Nigeria for some time. Maybe some of the shooting has been in Nigeria, West Africa, and it's a joy to be back on Bataata daily. Okay, this program runs on a daily, and it's a joy for us to be here once again and to love you. This reminds me, these gifts were given to me by a friend of mine who decided to marry my friend, and has taken her away. But it was reminding me that just a memory, remind me with this. And then when they gave me these wipes, simple wipes, it reminded me that the labor I have for the Bataata, it is well. It is well acknowledged in heaven, and also in some of the Bataata that send me some of these gifts. And thank you very much. Okay? But however, this reminds me of the journey that of a couple that I met in Israel. They were South Africans, and they're white. They also, when I was back in Africa, in Uganda, they invited me over, take a holiday, and I was very tired. During that time, I was very, very, very tired. And boom, there was a dear friend of mine who gave me his miles, and I quickly went and I got a visa, and I went. And as I landed in Joburg, that massive airport, I was wondering, will these people come? I'm in a foreign land. I'm in a land that I am not sure about. I've heard it's very developed. And I was walking down the staircase, and I saw that couple down there, and what a sigh that I had entered a land where I have met people that I know. I was hosted well. They gave me a warm hug, and they sent me off to Cape Town where I was going. And they gave me some 3-4 days of just chilling on that, and it was nice. Now this brings me to the aspect that is very key for me, for our conversation today. And thank you for our sponsors who really allow us to meet and talk and engage our fathers. This conversation is about hosting. Remember the other time when we discussed with one of our Bataata who said that we need spaces for Bataata, whereby the Bataata need to meet and open up and share those challenges that they're facing with their children, with their wives. Now we need these kind of spaces. Now all of these things tie from my West African journey to Cape Town, to this host having, to me being gifted. And it brings me to the aspect of how can we host? I know it's something very simple. In fact, a friend of mine, Ara, told me one time that hosting is like kissing. And he said, keep the word kiss, keep it stupidly simple. That is all that you need to do in hosting. Keep it stupidly simple. So what does that mean? Is that now you, Bataata, if you decide to host and say that, okay, we're going to take on maybe some 5 men that you assign us, and they come and you say to host them, just go and do what they call marinating. Okay, just buy a kilo of some sort of beef. Okay, and beef it up with some bit of onions here, tomatoes, oil, soak it together, put in that onion, put in that garlic, put in whatever you desire. And let it sleep overnight as you're thinking about hosting. I know you could be having some problems in your mind, but in hosting you put all those things away. You sweep them away. Okay, you don't allow them to hamper your hosting. Following day, you remind them, you give them a call, you throw them a WhatsApp and say, the guys, are you coming? It's all getting ready. Remember, you're the host. Now you tell them that, don't worry, I've covered everything. But I know, men, they never want to come without bearing some gifts. So guys, as you're going to visit, just carry a bottle of juice. Make it simple. Carry the bottle of juice, and it doesn't have to be this small. It could be maybe a pack of milk, or you just go and get some and then you come along with it. And then guys, as you begin to host, as you begin to eat away that roasted meat, and you're taking that mango juice. Open up. With that music buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. Open up. Be vulnerable and say that, guys, the other day I took a walk with my son and we sat there having that meal and I asked him, how are you? Take me into your world. But as he takes you into his world, you first take him into your world and say that, my son, I have been struggling with ABCD and finances a bit tough, and you become vulnerable to your son. Now the same way you begin to be vulnerable with your Bataata, your friends. And then you begin to go deeper. You go deeper in care, in love. And then you share with some of them what you have found out at home. And maybe you're not treating mommy very well, or mommy's a bit sad, and your son or your daughter tells you that, mommy, daddy, mommy's not very well, what's up? And I used to enjoy those moments when I come back and I see you holding mommy very tight, and then, they look out to us to love their mothers. So Bataata is, you begin to open up and you let, and in the process you're going to find out how you can help each other. You never know, you might find opportunities to counsel and say that, maybe let's just fix an appointment with the cleft. Or financially we are struggling, and let us just call maybe Dr. Fred Kauma. He can assist us. You serve the globe. But as I'm closing off with these sayings, that there's a lot in you that needs to be unpacked. Okay? And sometimes in hosting, you might end up hosting those dreams, those careers, those wonders that can be unearthed. You may be hosting the wrong thing that should be unhosted. And maybe that host, maybe that title can help you to unload it. Now, guys, don't remember to post back when you are going to do this program, so that you can have a track record of what actually is happening in the Bataata. Okay, so that you can share your testimony. Of course, we shall be very, very keen on how we do it, very candid as we do it, so that we can build more men, so that we can have this world better and richer. Okay. Now the last word that I leave you with is that the greatest host is one who takes people hostage, but be that hostage that makes people happy. Ciao, Bataata. Our sponsors, thank you very much. Very, very much. We are delighted in you. And as you can notice that we as Bataata, we're becoming firmer and stronger. We are market to reckon with. We have crossed close to about 10,000, and it's a joy. Of course, we want to get to a place of building our homes, or building our cities, or building and our roads, our sidewalks. And we're going to come and get that cement. So Hima, we are coming. Still and you. We're going to build for our children. Besides, we are the steel that you're learning from us. Guys, it's a joy to be here. Bataata, Bataata, Bataata. You are the foundation. Remember, you are the source. Remember, you are the sustainer. You are the one that creates the atmosphere. You supply that protection. Remember that blessing. Remember that those things that you address. It's hard to say bye to you, but I need to enjoy my gifts. So, Bataata, see you.